Hi guys, how's it going? How you doing today? Hopefully today finds you well. Today I am doing my empties for February, and it's going to be an interesting one, not just because I'm doing empties and there's, kind of a lot in there. There always is a lot in there. But I know that there's some makeup empties in there as well. And if you're not familiar with my channel, know that I started a beauty budget mindset going into 2022 that is about the number of products that exit and enter my collection versus a dollar amount. Steph from It's Just Steph does this on her channel, and she does empties, her regular empties, separate from those that filter into her beauty bank. And I don't know if that's how I'm going to do it this year. We're going to try it this way this month. You guys let me know how you feel about how the empties that I did, in addition to anything that I'm bringing into my collection did. Although, spoiler, I didn't spend anything on beauty in the month of February either. So what comes out of this will filter into my beauty bank, and then I will have all these points basically that I can use on beauty purchases. I did bring in some products for February, but they weren't products that I purchased. So that's what we're doing today. I hope that you're interested in that. And if you are, please stick around. For those of you new here today, hi, my name is Donna. I am a lover of all things high-end, colorful beauty and self-care. Hence the reason I'm on a beauty bank budget. Because I bring too much in. I also work in the beauty industry as a district leader for Ulta, so I get a lot of education. I like to bring you all that education, but I also just pick you to be my partner to chat to when I've got something to say about the makeup, because my husband, he'll listen, but he doesn't really care. So I pick you. I hope that you also pick me. And with that said, let's roll into these empties. All right, y'all, so this is my basket that I always put my empties into, and this is what we've got going on this month. These are all the empties that I emptied in, I think, both January and February, if I'm honest. I don't think I did January empties in February because I didn't really know until late January what I was going to be actually until early February what I was going to be doing with my low buy, no buy beauty bank kind of thing this year. So I just saved everything from January. There also wasn't much in January that I did use because I was very sick, and I also took vacation, so I didn't wear a whole lot of anything. I do have an inventory that I keep. I also do a year of empties, which I will stick up in the cards for you for the last couple of years, and I will be keeping these items for year of empties at the end of this year. Oh my God, let's jump into it right now. This is the Paul Mitchell Tea Tree Lavender Mint Moisturizing Shampoo, and the biggest reason why I get these kind of shampoos, I purchased this at Ulta, and I usually purchase it during the leader sale. I didn't purchase one during the leader sale this last leader sale, which kind of kills me just a little bit because I forgot, but I guess I didn't know that they were quite this empty though also. This is a wonderful shampoo for my kids to use in their hair. Not only does it smell good, but it also has that tea tree effect to it, so I know that their hair and their scalp is getting cleaned. But also this is very moisturizing, so this is a hydrating shampoo. My kids, they're young, they don't necessarily take care of themselves wholeheartedly. Putting a hair mask in their hair is not going to happen, so I like to make sure that they have really good shampoo. They like using it because of the smell of it, and honestly the tingle from the tea tree oil that's in it. So I love this shampoo. I would repurchase it. I love that it comes with a pump, and I don't really have to think about what's going to happen to the 80 gallons that they put onto their hand if they have to dump it onto their hand. So there's that. The next thing I have in here is this. This is the Redken Acidic Bonding Concentrate Conditioner. I believe the shampoo went into my year of empties last year. I think that was a bottle that I ended up using up entirely in December or something like that. Conditioner just is one of those items that goes by a little less frequently than shampoo in my collection. I really like this shampoo and conditioner set. It leaves my hair feeling really, really soft It does great things for my daughter's hair as well, for the tangles that she gets in her hair. It says intense conditioning, fortifying, optimizing for colored hair. The one thing I don't love about this shampoo is that it's $30 and this is kind of like 40. So, I mean, that's why I don't purchase these shampoos for my kids, because they just cost too much for this little tiny bottle. The last one of these that was in my empties, the shampoo, was only in my empties because my daughter got a hold of it and decided to use the whole damn bottle. She likes to use shampoo as bubble bath. This is not the shampoo to use as bubble bath. The next thing I have is this, and this is the Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte Bath and Body Works Foaming Hand Soap. And for those of you who are new here, this is the only hand soap that I use. It's the only hand soap that I think helps my hands during the hard winter months from, you know, it keeps them from cracking and bleeding. Although I will say this winter has been quite a bit different. Like, my hands have been rashy and cracky and bleedy, so I don't know if it's the soap or what it is. So I need to go get another kind of soap and try out a different kind of soap and see if it is the soap indeed, but I hope it's not, because I love these soaps. Anyways, this one is in Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte. It has notes of creamy pumpkin, toasted marshmallow, and warm praline, and it smells good enough to eat. I would totally eat this or maybe drink it. It in a latte would be perfection. A marshmallow pumpkin latte, it would be perfection. It smells like it should be in a latte. It's a wonderful scent. I loved this from the fall scent lineup, and I would repurchase this in a heartbeat. This is the Dove deodorant here, and if I'm being 100% like transparent with you guys, which I tend to do, I don't really go ham on my deodorant. I have like sensitivities to deodorant, so I try and be very light touched in it, and I don't sweat wholeheartedly, and I don't smell really. I shower regularly. I take care of myself. I take care of my body. I do wear deodorant. I just don't go ham on it. So this took me forever to get through, if I'm honest, but this is the Dove Advanced Care Invisible, and it is white, but it goes on very like invisible, and it has a really nice scent to it. I think it smells kind of perfumey, if I'm honest. But it didn't affect me like I figured it would. It was actually very kind to my skin. So I do like it for that reason. I typically will buy like deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrushes, those kind of things at Costco and get like 4 or 5 of them at a time. So I did have a backup. So I don't need another one. Would I repurchase these ones when it comes down to it? Because I think I have this one and one more. At the end of the day, I think it's just too perfume for me. I do like it. It was very kind to my skin, but I don't 100% love the smell of it. The next thing I have is this, and this is the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. This is one that I use as my first cleanse every single time. I think there were 2 or 3 in my year of empties last year. There will be at least that many in this year's year of empties. I just love this so much as a first cleanse. No matter what kind of makeup, no matter how much of that makeup I am wearing, this balm, I never have a problem getting 90% of that makeup off my face in that first cleanse as long as I'm using this balm. I don't think that it leaves behind like a residue on your skin either, but I've never also used it as my only cleanse because I've always had a 2-step cleansing system. So you'll have to tell us in the comments if you know it to have an oily residue left over, if you're using it as your only cleanse. But I think that it's a wonderful first cleanse. It's a wonderful balm cleanser. The next thing I have is these. These are the Shishado facial cotton pads. About this time last year, I decided I was no longer purchasing facial wipes or facial cottons. And I wasn't purchasing them because I have a whole slew of reusable ones. I have like 15 of them that I like just continue to use on rotation, and it's so much more kind to the environment, but it's also so much more kind to your skin, especially when you have skin that is very sensitive like mine. So I quit buying cottons. This and this were already in my stash when I decided to stop buying cottons. You can see I just opened this one. This one I just emptied. This is a Shishado facial cottons. I did get them at TJ Maxx. They were $7.99 at TJ Maxx. They're normally, I think, $12 at Ulta. These are amazing cottons. These are the best facial cottons. If you're going to buy facial cottons, these would be the ones that I would suggest for you. They're just so soft. And you know how sometimes facial cottons get like this scratchy feel to them? These never have. Not one time, not ever. They are just like square cottons like this, and you can pull them apart if you want to make two cottons out of one, but they're so soft, so soft to your skin. So I love those facial cottons, and if I was in the market to purchase more facial cottons, those are the ones I would purchase. This is a cake heavy cream rich vanilla shea butter deeply nourishing hand cream. I was using this on my hands for a while, and it's empty, as you can see. I do think that this might be the catalyst of why my hands felt as dry as they did for a long time. It's an okay moisturizer. I wouldn't say that it's heavily moisturizing though. It does leave, I think it's supposed to be a body butter. It says body butter balm. It leaves behind a really oily like texture to it that makes it hard to use on your hands, but I was using it on my hands because my hands were so dry. To some extent, I think it made it worse, and I don't know why, but it might be because I would use this and then have to go back in and wash my hands in order to be able to touch anything or do anything, because it would leave behind that oily residue. So with that said, I would smell like birthday cake. Still smells like birthday cake. I would purchase this again for my body, for my legs. I don't think I'd ever use it on my hands again. I do think that it did not help my hands from being as dry as they have been lately. Thing that I have in here that won't like filter into my beauty bank, I guess, is this. This is one of the wallflowers from Bath & Body Works. They are also something that I will repurchase over and over and over again. I have 3 wallflowers in my house, and all 3 of them burn a different scent at some point, so you'll see these quite often, but this is $7.50. I go through 1 or 2 a month. This one was in warm vanilla sugar. Warm vanilla sugar is a very, you know, comforting scent. It's a very like sugar cookie-esque scent. It smells so good, and I would repurchase it always in this scent in any capacity. So body spray, candle, body wash, foaming hand soap, I'd purchase this scent in any capacity. It is a glorious, wonderful scent. It's got notes of florals, vanilla, and sandalwood, and it just smells so like musky sexy, if that makes any sense. So anyways, have one of those, and then the rest of these are going to be things that count towards the bank, the beauty bank that I have, right? So I'm not going to count this because it is a sample, but the rest of these I'm counting. So this one is the Bite Beauty Change Maker. This is the primer, and this one is the primer for oily skin, so it's a matte primer. This was part of what filtered into my collection through my sample series, if you guys are familiar with that. If not, I'll link it up in the cards. But you always get a ton of samples when you're shopping at beauty stores. You know, Sephora, Ulta, they give you samples. This was a sample that came to me through a Sephora order that I had. It wasn't bad. It just also wasn't amazing. But I also don't have oily skin. I have super dry skin. So it might just be the fact that I have dry skin that was the reason why it just didn't work for me. It's not a primer that I would purchase full size, but it's definitely a primer that I used and that I got along with and wasn't horrible. It didn't have like that, you know, kind of that silicone slip that a lot of oily skin primers have. It didn't feel gross on my skin like a lot of those other ones do. The rest of these makeup items have a price attached to them. They have some kind of like cost. So I am filtering them into my beauty bank because they are an item that I would purchase, right? This is a mini ABH clear brow gel, and this is a full size ABH brow gel. One is $9 and the other is $22. I liked these, if I'm honest. I actually purchased the full size because I liked the mini so much. You know, the wand isn't like fantastic, if I'm honest. I do think it's a little bit fat, doesn't come to enough of a point for me. And I really have grown accustomed to the Benefit 24-hour brow gel as like my holy grail brow gel. And that wand is fantastic, flat, and it has a really nice pointiness to it around the edges of it. I really just love that brow gel, and that wand is something that I love about that brow gel. So this wand wasn't exactly my favorite, but I liked the brow gel. So the brow gel does something though completely different for me than what the Benefit one does. The Benefit one gives me like really pretty, like natural, but also their brows really full, they're natural brows. I can touch them, I can feel them, and they feel normal, like I'm not even wearing any product at all. These ones kind of glue my brows down. So it's very dependent on what I want to do with my brows, but this was an amazing brow gel. I really like this brow gel, and I would probably purchase another one of these brow gels if I'm honest. I just don't love the wand. So these two items count for 2 + 2 points to my beauty bank. And if you remember correctly, I started at 30, so I now have 32 points. The next two items are mini mascaras. Each one of these is a $15 price point, typically. The Bad Gal Bang is my favorite mascara. It has this kind of wand on it. It's kind of like a very tall, skinny Christmas tree, and I love this mascara for what it does to my lashes in length. I would say that it doesn't really have like a lot of impactful like volume that I get from it, but enough volume that it makes me feel like my lashes are on fire. This is a wonderful mascara and my favorite mascara by Benefit. They have it in this color. They also have it in blue. I just love this mascara so much. I have a lot of them in my collection because I get it in gratis all the time because my Ram knows it's my favorite. I love this mascara. I will always think about this mascara as one of my favorite mascaras. And then I also have this one. This is the MAC Magic Extension Mascara. This is the mini version. And you guys, I loved this. In conjunction with this, I had the perfect amount of volume and length for my lashes. But if I'm honest, this one drove my eyeballs batty. I hate that it's got kind of a like old lady perfumey smell, if that makes any sense. Oh yeah, God, it's like so old lady perfumey. This is what it looks like. It does give me a lot of volume. I think that there are like fibers in it to some extent, because if you are using this and you go like clear down on your lash line and you kind of swipe up without going clear to the tip and then back down and clear to the tip without doing this, don't do this on your lash. It will drive your eyeballs bonkers. It drove my eyeballs bonkers anyways, but it drove my eyeballs more bonkers when I did that. This also flaked on me like no other freaking mascara I have ever tried in my life. I remember I had another MAC mascara at one point in time in, you know, this makeup crazy that I have, and that one also flaked on me. So I'm just kind of wondering if it's a MAC mascara thing on my eyes, but let me know what you guys know about MAC mascaras. That is 2 more points towards my beauty bank, so we're now sitting at 34 points. And then I have this, which is the Bare Minerals Stroke of Light Eye Brightener, and this was in my project pan for 2021. It was one of the last products that got used up. This has been in my bucket since my project pan update. I do think I emptied it by the end of December, but because I didn't do my project pan finale until January, this didn't go into my bucket until then. So this has been empty for quite some time. This is a full-size eye brightener, and it's a decent eye brightener. Like the paddle on it, it's a mess in here because I did take the stopper out. So what's left is like all the stuff that's chunked up on the edges. The paddle on it is just a really like tiny, thin, flat paddle. Its consistency is really just kind of thick. I would say that this is not a concealer or an eye brightener that I would put on my under eyes ever again. This guy took me, you know, quite some time to get through, and it's just a little tiny itty bitty component, but it also is really thick. So I didn't use very much of it when I did use it. So that gives me 5 points to add to my beauty bank of 30. So as of right now, the end of February, my February empties, I have 35 points in my beauty bank. And I'm writing that down right now because otherwise I will forget. When it comes to my beauty bank, everything that I bring into my collection on my own, so not gratis, not gifts, but everything I'm bringing into my collection on my own counts towards me or against me and the amount of credits that I have to spend. I'm gonna link Steph from It's Just Steph down in my description box. You guys can go watch her. She explains it so much better. She's been doing it for a while, but everything that I purchase counts against me. Everything that I use, not declutter, but use, counts for me. So as I purchase things, I lose points. As I use things up, I gain points. So those 5 empties, 5 makeup empties, gained me 5 points. I now have 35 points. So I hope that you guys understood that. With that said, thank you guys so much for joining me today. That's it. That's all I have in empties. I would be interested to see or to hear about what you emptied in February. Are you guys finding that you're wearing makeup less or more these days? I think I'm wearing it less, but I think that's about to change because I'm going to be able to get into a store every day. I'm going to be able to be out in my market. Again, staying at hotels and seeing all the stores that I need to. We're able to travel 3 stores per day, 3 business partners per store at a time. And I'm just so excited to do some more visits with my business partners and my boss who's coming to see me maybe the week that you guys are seeing this, probably the week that you guys are seeing this. So I'm really excited about it, and I hope that I will start using my makeup a little bit more. Currently, I think that I'm using it less, but let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. I would be interested to hear from you. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that you'll consider giving it a big thumbs up if you did, and I also hope that you'll consider subscribing to my channel before you go. Would love to have you. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I would love to have you. I hope that 2022 is treating you all kindly. I hope that your February was fantastic, that your March is going to be even more fantastic, and that you and yours are healthy, that you're getting along great, you're doing everything that you can to live your best life in this crazy, chaotic world that we're living in right now, and that you are loving each other, but loving each other from afar. And until next time, bye, friends.